Next Level Mindset bringing you another powerful and positive video. Let's talk about a healthy spiritual life. Signs of a healthy spiritual life. How do we know when we're in good standing with God? Our spirituality is intact. So I'm going to share my insights on that. So stay with me. Make sure you watch all the way through to the end. As usual, I'll have some extra points, pro tips, something off the script you do not want to miss what's coming up. Let's do this. So when I put this together, I was thinking about the idea for this video. And it's not about, remember, it's not about being perfect. It's all about making progress. Even in my life, I'm learning to identify spirituality health points. What are some of the signs that let us know I'm all right with God? So the first sign is when I can choose to understand other than choosing other things. When we find ourselves choosing to understand more than we choose to get upset, more than we choose to fuss and fight, more than I choose to maybe blame or pass the blame to someone else. When I can choose to understand, that's when I know that is a good sign of a healthy spiritual life. When we can choose to understand above everything else. And so I'm learning in my life, I'm learning to put understanding above everything. Before I start to misunderstand something, I'm choosing to understand. That is the first sign, one of the many signs, choose to understand. The Bible even says, even Jesus said, out of everything you get yourself an understanding. So that reminds me that no matter what, understanding is everything. And that is the first thing that is going to help us to know that our spirituality is intact. Signs of a healthy spiritual life. When I can choose to understand above everything, that's when I know that I'm all right with God. That's a healthy sign of a healthy spiritual life. That's number one. The second sign of a healthy spiritual life is when I begin to realize that no matter what, God is everything and He's really all I've got. We have a higher vision. We have a higher vision for our lives. And in that highness, we do have those that we connect with. We have family members that we connect with. I'm talking to somebody right now. You have those who you are able to connect with emotionally, religiously, maybe in your church or your business meeting or your family network, some type of close-knit group. You have those. But always remember, even in the midst of that, something about knowing that God is all we really have. It took me a long time to realize that even though I have certain people in my life, people that will acknowledge what I'm bringing and doing in my life, God is everything and He's really all you got. When I begin to realize that God is all I've got, that's when I know I'm going to a next level. Part of the family, you already know, that's how we like to do it to get it done. We want to go to the next level in every area of our lives. Now, before I give you number three, just want to take some time and show some love. All my subscribers, all my family, everyone who's viewing my channel, interacting, leaving comments, all of that really means a lot. So I want to say thank you. And those who've been donating through the Cash App and purchasing my products, all of that really means a lot. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. If you're new here, great music, entertainment, inspiration, motivation, subscribe, hit that bell and be the first to get my next video. Join the family. The third sign that you are healthy in your spirit, when you begin to realize that spiritual growth comes first and last. In my life, when I begin to realize that no matter what goes on around me, my spirituality, my spiritual connection to the God within me, that great I am, that's coming first in my life. And when you begin to realize that no matter what, spiritual growth is the main thing in our life that's going to help us to overcome anything in this world, that's a sign of a healthy spiritual life. Spiritual growth first and last. Some of you right now watching this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've been through some storms. First and last. I even write in my book, Mystic Secrets of the Bible. Remember, it is never you as a person who is the master. It is always God, the true you, that true and divine self, which is God. Your recognition of the oneness with this omnipotent God force within has the power, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to transform everything from glory to glory. Check out that book, Mystic Secrets of the Bible, right there with the link in the description. First and last, spirituality. Healthy spiritual life. Now I've got some extra things that I want to share, some power tips, pro points, my own experience. But before I do that, if you've enjoyed this so far, hit that like button. The algorithm signal will let others know this video, MG this video. It'll let them know it's worth watching if you hit the like button. Thank you. What I've learned in my life, in my journey, it's about having that connection. And one of the things that has helped me is to begin to see everything that happens in my life as a lesson. I used to see everything as maybe a punishment, that God was punishing me or the world was coming against me. Now I'm learning to see everything in my life as a lesson to be learned. One of our mottos over here is that we may win some and we may learn some, but we'll never lose as long as we're learning. I like that. So I'm learning to see everything in my life as a learning process, and that kind of ties in to the fact of understanding. when we begin to understand that everything happens by divine order, that's a sign of spiritual health. Using every lesson, that's when we know we're in good health. The second extra point that I want to share with you, everyone's on a different level. Not everyone is on that same level where they can see what you're able to see. Even what's going on around right now. I'm working on another video about the distractions that are going on around us with the world events, distracting us from something from another level. What are we not seeing that we can see? So make sure you subscribe for that. I'm definitely looking at things from a whole different level. So that's another thing that I'm beginning to learn. When it comes to our spiritual health, sign of a healthy spiritual life is when we realize that everyone is seeing things from their level. And that's why when I talk about God, I always know that we're talking about the God within you, that great I am, God as you understand God, a higher power, a higher intelligence, whatever that name may be for you. It's all about having that connection and that oneness in being rather than the word. So I'm learning to look at life just like that, having that spiritual connection, understanding that we're all looking at life from a different level, exactly where we need to be. Even when it comes to the idea of forgiveness, a lot of us are able to forgive other people for what they've done. So when we talk about this spiritual, being healthy spiritually, we're talking about progress, not perfection. So maybe you just need to encourage yourself. I want to encourage you. Self-love, forgive yourself, move on. I'm learning to let those things behind me, let them go, move on to what's in front of me and move on. And a lot of times it's about our spirituality. I want to share this playlist with you right here. That playlist has a collection of videos of spiritual principles. I think those videos will be a blessing for you to watch next. So check out those videos. See me over there. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe if you haven't done. Stay blessed. Stay positive. I'll see you on the next level. Peace.